And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Baylor Bears offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Ramsey. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Offense changing the play. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. The Wildcats offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The give to the tailback. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ramsey. Turning it on. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
you know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play?
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Baylor! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass. I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football. I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous after the catch.
And how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They punted away on 4th down. Here's the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown Bears!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got room to work. Picks up the first down. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Wildcats!
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Breaks into the open. The 30. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up, trying to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bears! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
Turns it loose deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Kansas State will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Now on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Here's the handoff. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Ready to fire from the pistol. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush.
Touchdown, Kansas State! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And right down the middle. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Wants to adjust the pattern. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's Ramsey. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Pulls it, fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going.
Turning it on! Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. The inside handoff. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Reads it, fires complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. To the air on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Four punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol.
Okay, ready? On set.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. That's caught. It's Sanders. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's reeled in. It's Sanders. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Baylor! Fitted in the window for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Spalding. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Complete downfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's got him. Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Rolls it in. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Now from inside the red zone. Oh, they're after him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Ramsey. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
work to do here on 2nd and long.
Dip 3 soda. Dip 3 soda. Flag.
From the gun, running back on the move. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. The Bears racing to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And the Bears need to pick it up on 4th down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
After the run, now to throw. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Bears! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Makes the quick grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just...
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a little space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Finds the tight end. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
Here we go.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Takes a handoff. It's Montgomery. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Complete to the right. And they'll mark him down after making that grab, and that's one way to start digging out of that hole, but they are still short of the first down. Shotgun snap on third down. It's complete to the left. There he goes. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Ramsey. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bears! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field. Possession.
What a cut. Now he's loose. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Hands it off. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go right back to it. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got his man. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Bunch formation for these receivers. He might want another play.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move the tight end. Snap in the shotgun. Using his feet to buy time. On the run deep down the right side.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Now on 2nd down.
Set, ready.
Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man to the left. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10.
To the line. Four. Ready up. On the ready.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And this set of downs gets started from the 33. 1st and 10. To give as they work on that clock. Got the 1st down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Red pass, it's complete. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. And you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He holds it in, and nobody's close. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part. A late touchdown.
Yeah, and good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Scrambling away. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Oh, he had just trickled through his fingers. The incomplete pass brings up third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, here we are late in the game. In this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Makes the grab on the left. He's wrestled down right at the 35. Good job by the defense to stop that conversion attempt. 4th down coming.